let's start with today's Leetcode. Okay, so this is my first video. Actually, I'll do this to prepare my English interview, and yes, our dream is to go to our dream is to become a software engineer at Google. So that's why we have this streaming here. Okay, so we'll reset this one, and we can start reading the problem here. Okay, maximum square area by removing fence from the field. There is a large rectangle field with corners at 1 and contents. Horizontal fence are from the coordinate. Okay. Return maximum area of a square field that can be formed by removing some fence. A square field. Okay. Okay, which is pretty similar with yesterday's question daily. And yesterday, because all of the field are and yesterday daily is the default fence, which is not including the vector, which is default is plugin. But for today, which is not for plugin, which is also same idea here. So today, yesterday we find the longest consecutive like index, right? And today we can using, because all the fence in the default is not plugin, so in this case we can find the same interval in the edge fence and the vertical fence. Find the same interval. Okay. So as we know, the question the Leetcode is defined by the M and N. M means the edge fence, and the N means the V fences. Okay. So the meaning is, then we can start from, like, for the example 1, we have default fence, right? 1 and 4 of the horizontal fence here, and we have a 2 and 3. And in this case, all the possible fence is 1, 2, 3, right? Like, because one interval is 1, 2, and for 2 is like 1, 3 is a 2 distant 2 interval. And for the V fence, the size is 3, so with default we have the fence of 1 and 3, and in this case it also have fence 2. So in this case it can fall all of the possible interval is 1 and 2. So in this case the maximum common the same interval in the horizontal fence and the vertical fence is 2. So in this case we return 2 times 2, which is 4. So in this case, the interval 1 is we can solve this question by this algorithm here. Okay. So the question is, for now, the question is how can we find the O of the interval in the fences, right? So pretty straightforward idea is we can just iterate from the start 1 and to 4 using like a square. Yes. Then we can build all of the interval here. Yes, I think that is a good approach in here. Okay, so in this case, okay, so I'm going to create a vector here. A function of get of the intervals, and the input is hfence, the fences, and the size, we call it n here. Okay, so fence is push back the 1 and right, and we must solve the difference from increasing here. Then yeah. Okay, yes, I'm not going to use n here. Let's use k here. Okay. We are going to return all of the interval, right? In here. Yes. Oh, V vector. I'll be going to use outer set here. Okay. Oh no. Smaller than the insert the fences I minus fences j. We can return. Okay, and then I don't know, I think we just return all the set here. And for here, we still need to push back. Okay, the edge intervals equals to get interval set with m and the edge faces. Okay, this is our set. And then we can use the vertical interval by same function right here. Then we iterate. Okay. Since the answer might be very large, return it with the module. Max. Max interval here. For we have to clear the for intervals. So if the value from the V interval, which is sent here from the at the edge intervals, then which means contains the value, and we should update our max interval and the value here, and then return -1, otherwise we times. Okay, we try it out here. Oh, max, okay. Okay, seems like it's not going very fast. I think is we are using the double. Yeah, because you don't need, you can iterate once, but this approach is more, has higher readability. And here, and you have a copy operation here because you turns the integer to long. Okay, how about we use the set? At least the average time complexity is log n instead of the m square. Okay, it go to time limit. Okay, I think that is okay. How did I did this time? Okay, it makes sense. Yes, we iterate once and then we get the answer, which is the same. So yeah, I think I solved today's question clearly. And for now, I'm practice the Rust also, so I will using Rust to implement to solve this question again. Okay, so for the Rust, same idea, right? We have to create a function to get the intervals. Okay. I'll find the max interval, which is existed in both find the max interval, max of interval which is in the both fences. Okay, and this time we're not going to use yeah. So in the Rust is more complicated, and we have more careful to use the operation. Like we cannot use integer add up to a long something else. So same here. We can push. I think we can use push 1 and the m here, and also the fence, right? Okay, we will handle the fence later, and then we can sort but for here this is not which is unmutable, so we must create match chef. We should use mutable equals to hfence, and also we cannot push here because it is unmutable. And yeah, but actually we don't need to do this, but we still need to. No, I think we don't need to do this. Yes, we don't need to sort anymore, actually. Okay, so we use hash set and the let mute set equals to new. Try this. Good. Okay. Compile. Std fuck use cargo. Okay. Oh, finally we finished this one. So we can for I in I forgot this push or insert here. Yeah, but we should push the edge fence I minus 1 because for the interval from the current fence to the first fence, and also we have to create the last fence to the current fence, which is using the and minus, and we have to push. I forgot to use ABS or something else, but we can use as fence J minus. Use we should use insert. Is unsafe and require unsafe block. How can I use ABS in Rust? Stick overflow. Okay, I see. Okay, and we go next, right? We have to create the mute max interval equals to -1. We have to do the same things here. Comments from here. Refence. And we should use the n. Okay, and if contains, I hope this operation is correct, then yes, otherwise same here. If set contains this one, okay, and in the final we can use max interval equals to, if max interval equals to -1, then we return -1, else we return, we should use module, right? Okay, we should use module here. And okay, then we can define module here. Constant module. Else the max interval. Oh, yes, we should use the reference. let current equals to what the fuck? Oh no. Okay, here something went wrong. Otherwise, so N is for the horizontal fence, right? And the V is for N is for the vertical fence. Vertical fence. Okay. Okay, let me try around here. 0. So 0 is 2 minus 1 1. And this is correct. And this is also correct here. Okay. What's wrong with Okay, what's going wrong? If contains. Yeah, I think that is correct. What's going wrong? N minus square. So we are going to use printf. What? Okay, so I got a point. Okay, set. We should insert the m minus 1. If contains the m minus 1, then we use m minus 1. Otherwise, what the fuck? Okay, I think that is overflow issue, right? So we should not using or we can direct define here. How? Okay, I'm going to use original one, and we define here. Fucking way! What the fuck? Yeah, that is pretty. Okay, let me see how. Wow, that is really long here. Okay, they use unsortable, which is same as because. But if you using this operation, you take more like time complexity, right? Because the sort have using the log it cost. Okay. Anyway, we finished today's